Namaskara, hello learners. I welcome you once again for our English optional class. We have been learning literary forms for some time, and in this class, let's look at a very simple form of literary form that is a farce. It's a uh, it's another kind of comedy. Let's see. Let's see introduction and characteristics of a farce. There it is. It's a type of comedy designed to provoke the audience to simple, hearty laughter. That is simply to say, belly laughs. The ultimate aim of the farce is to make the audience laugh. Next point is the term farce or farce comedy is applied to the plays in which exaggerated characters find themselves in ludicrous situations. Here in the farce, very important aspect is background and the situation, and that situation makes you to laugh very much. To say simply, you have to laugh very much. Simply, they make you to laugh very much by finding the characters inside the ludicrous situations. Next point is it commonly employs highly exaggerated or caricatured characters. There you can see puts them into improbable and ludicrous situations. That those exaggerated, those highly unexpected type of characters will be brought into the ludicrous situation so that the audience will be laughed. Uh, Here it differs from comedy in a bit of mixture of or the usage of sexual mix-ups, means the usage of the words or the situations brings inside some opened appearance of the characters, and more thing is broad verbal humor. Here the characters uses more verbal humor and physical bustle as well as horseplay. It's a component in medieval miracle plays. Farce is usually were there in the medieval miracle plays, but it was not known as farce, but not as well as to not to this extent. It was a very much less of quantity. In Wakefield plays Noah and the Second Shepherd's play, it was there, but it was not known as farce then. Farce is usually an episode in a more complex form of comedy. Knockabout scenes, especially in Shakespeare's Merry Wives of Windsor and Taming of the Shrew, we can see farce, but not clearly. It must not be given the title to a whole play as farce, but it's an episode inside a play. French playwright Georges Feydeau relies great part of his plays on sexual humor and innuendo or true farce. His plays, almost George Feydeau has written a bit of quantitative farce. Brandon Thomas Charlie's Aunt is a fine farcical play. It's for your reference. You can read. Some plays of Tom Stoppard have farcical elements in them. Tom Stoppard is a fine farcical writer. Many of the movies by comedians like Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, W.C. Fields, and Max Brothers and Woody Allen are excellent farce. I may not be wrong if I say the names Buster Keaton, Way Fields, Max Brothers are not known to us, but Charlie Chaplin is a known name, is a household name to all the world's people. So the movies by them are called as farce elements. First is often employed in a single scenes of musical reviews and is the standard fare of television. Situational comedies in television shows, they can use situational comedies. Now in recent days in television shows you can see, for example, the show of Mr. Kapil, and here in Kannada Mahabharat, something is there. All those contain farcical elements. The play or the action or the scenes which the people, the comedians act there completely conveys the idea of farce. You should remember, a supreme example of farce is Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Honest, one of the finest plays that it contains most farcical element in that, so that's why it may be called as a farcical play. Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Honest. We find comic effects in this play not by broad humor and bustling actions, but by the sustained brilliance and wit of the dialogue in words, in the speeches the actors use in that play will convince you that it's a purely a farce. Yes. Next, it's a frequent tactic in the theatre of absurd. Theatre of absurd is a technique, is a new type of theatre developed in the 20th century. Yes, in those absurd theatre or absurd dramas, we can find farcical elements. Yes, one of the branch or one of the tag of farce is a low comedy. One of the complete component or the complete friend, we may say, or complete associate with farce is low comedy. It is common component of a farce, yes, in which it has little or no intellectual appeal. Please, my dear friend, you should be convinced that you should be aware that in farce there will be no intellectual appeal at all. Means you are not supposed to think anything inside your mind. You just are supposed to see and just laugh. Simple. It undertakes to arouse laughter by jokes or gags, and it also arouses laughter by slapstick humor and boisterous or clownish physical activity. Clownish physical activity, you can just remind the action and the moments of Charlie Chaplin. That's what it will be there. Clownish physical activity you can find there. Yes, the best example is the Charlie Chaplin shows of and serials as well as Mr. Bean. The best another thing is there. It is nothing but a farcical element. Yes, completely farce. Mr. Bean and Charlie Chaplin shows in modern theater, in modern cinema activity, or in modern cinema technique, there will be a blend of comedy as well as tragedy. But in comedy, there will be a mixture of farcical element we can find. Yes, it's all about farce, and these are some books about. You can read about farce or any other literary forms. Yes, beautiful books are there, wonderful and more informative books. These are you can read, please, as well as rock on, my dear friends. Keep rocking, keep working, keep reading. Be happy, be healthy. Meet you with another video. Thank you very much. Namaskar.